like a serial killer and he just gets some type of real good feeling out of taking someone else's life. And you ask him, like, are you, like, honestly, is that honestly how you feel? And he's like being so honest about it, like, I need this. This is what is this is what is core to me. Is it because he's being honest? Does that make it more correct?
I would say it doesn't necessarily make it more correct, but it makes it more treatable.
All right. So, when it comes to strongly held beliefs, something that's kind of is pervasive in your life, is there anything that comes to mind?
I would say just focusing on the desire to be myself.
The desire to be yourself. So, what does that mean to you?
I would say just to be, to live a life that's guided by a very internal path that's not shaped by expectation and fear of embarrassment, stuff like that.
Okay, so kind of like having an attitude of not depending on what other people think of you and things like that. Cool. Is there anything that you kind of use to help you get yourself into that mindset, or is there any type of like guiding principles behind that? Is there what do you do to accomplish this?
I would say sometimes just reflecting while I'm alone can be helpful for that. Just like reflecting in
self-reflection.
That, and also definitely writing. Just like being able to be myself temporarily in the absence of any external forces allows that momentum to just kind of transition into the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm. So do you think that when it comes to external forces that might influence you, like what do you think is the strongest influences externally to you that might get in the way of this?
I would say just like a whole, just wide variety of just societal expectations about what you should be doing at a given age or things like that.
So how do you come to form your personal expectations? Like how do you come to determine what you should be doing versus what societal expectations dictate you should be doing? Is there a way that you find what's right?
I'd say maybe best defined by like if I'm not allowed to express my opinion without getting in trouble, then it feels like society is dominating the relationship.
So big value on free speech?
Yep. Mm-hmm. But like, I mean, and it's not like free speech in the normal context. It's more just like if my beliefs are, if there's a big enough differential between my beliefs and the beliefs of society, it makes it like painfully difficult to express myself.
Mm-hmm. So if in the case that or in a situation where the society's beliefs and your beliefs are very, very different, is it always the case that the society is wrong? Or has there ever been a case where you believe something and then later you found out, oh, maybe I shouldn't have been acting that way, and turns out you were wrong?
I mean, I would say it's not a matter of like society's beliefs being right and wrong, but like they're intended for the average, and like there's kind of this pressure to push you towards the mean, and any sort of, if you're an outlier, it's just difficult to be aligned with the population mean, and that's kind of what society is pushed towards.
Is there a way for you to determine, like, if society seems to be going one way, can you determine whether or not that's a good direction or a bad direction? Like, what do you use to kind of determine what would be like a right or wrong direction for society?
I mean, you can always just like take the ultimate extremes of things. Like, you can say maybe people care 80% about money and 20% about helping people, and you can just imagine, either through writing or just in your head, like the extreme. What if people cared 100% about just helping other people, or 100% about money? And imagine this dystopian or utopian society that captures those extremes.
And then we're out of time, so I'll wrap it up with another question. When it comes to your own beliefs of how you think that you should act or behave, what do you use to determine whether those are correct or maybe less correct?
I would say just like an innate feeling of honesty. Like, if I feel like I'm being honest, I'm happy. Mm-hmm. And so it's not necessarily about correctness or incorrectness. It's about like honesty. But I guess in a way you could say honesty is
in the
correctness
notion,
in a way.
In the notion of taking things to an extreme, do you think like there is somebody who is like a serial killer and he just gets some type of real good feeling out of taking someone else's life, and you ask him, like, are you, like, honestly, is that honestly how you feel? And he's like being so honest about it, like, I need this is what is this is what is core to me. Is it because he's being honest, does that make it more correct?
I would say it doesn't necessarily make it more correct, but it makes it more treatable,
okay.
And like more addressable. Like, if somebody just has all this built up anger and they don't express it to society, I think it's just much more chaotic and painful than if they actually say what angers them. Even if what angers them is like very unethical and immoral, it's like better to say it than just to keep your mouth shut.
So I guess what the real question I'm getting at then would be, how do you determine between what's honest and ethical and honest and unethical in yourself? Like, what if something that you're doing right now turns out to be unethical, but you're just not aware of it yet because it feels right to you? Is there something that you could do to figure out if you're being unethical when you don't know it yet?
I mean, it's always easy just to sense what other people are feeling as a direct result of my actions. And I mean, it's very case dependent, but
so looking at the consequences kind of thing. All right. Cool. Excellent. Well, thank you, Romero.
Yep.
Appreciate that very much. Did you enjoy it?
Yep.
Awesome.
What's your name?
My name is Billy.
Cool.
And would you mind if this goes up on YouTube or anywhere like that?
Yeah, this one.